Good evening, friends. In our previous lesson, we talked about allotropy, in specific allotropes of carbon, where we looked at graphite and diamonds as the two allotropes of carbon. In this lesson, we'll continue and we'll talk about amorphous carbon as an allotrope of carbon. So amorphous carbon is a free reactive carbon that has no crystalline structure. So remember that graphite and diamonds, these are allotropes of carbon that are crystalline by nature. Now this group, amorphous carbon, they are not crystalline. They have no crystalline structure. Examples of amorphous carbon, you have things such as coal, you have charcoal, and you have coke. These are examples of amorphous carbon. Coke is made up of carbon elements, okay? Charcoal is also carbon elements. All those are examples of carbon elements. When you look at the coal that is used in factories and trains, coal is an example of a carbon element. So all those are examples of the allotropes of carbon. Amorphous carbon such as coal and charcoal is porous and easily absorbs pigments from solutions. We will actually discover that amorphous carbons can be used in the manufacturing of sugar, okay? This is because charcoal, for instance, can absorb the brown color from brown sugar and leaving the white crystals that will remain afterwards. So amorphous carbon can be used to manufacture sugar. Some of the physical properties or properties of amorphous carbon are as follows. Number one, the amorphous carbon we are talking about are hard, but they can still be broken. So they are hard, but are easily breakable. The other property of amorphous carbon is that they cause low friction between each other. They have low friction, and they are electrical insulators, okay? In other words, they do not allow electricity to pass through them. That is what amorphous carbon are, some of the properties of amorphous carbon. Now, this amorphous carbon we are talking about is something that we see, and some of us have it on a daily basis. When you look at the uses of amorphous carbon, we use amorphous carbon, such as charcoal, for burning, okay? So food can be cooked using amorphous carbon, such as charcoal. So charcoal or coal is used to cook food. We use it to cook food, to prepare food. It can actually be used in transportation as well. We discover that amorphous carbon, such as the same coal, is used when it comes to the transportation of machines such as a train. There are trains that use coal. And I also mentioned that amorphous carbon is used in the manufacture of sugar. So you discover that carbon is an element of sugar. In glucose, you have carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen. So carbon is an element of sugar. So it is actually used in the manufacturing of sugar. Okay, so having learned these allotropes of carbon, I believe we are in a position where we can answer this question. So you can kindly pause the video and attempt to answer the questions on your screen. Thank you so much. If you have any question, you can forward the question and I'll be more than glad to answer that question for you. Thank you so much.